Hi all, welcome to the CA classroom. In today's lecture, let us understand the Negotiable Instrument Act 1881, part of other laws in CA intermediate syllabus. We will be covering all important concepts in view of exams. First, what do you mean by Negotiable Instrument Act and for whom it is applicable? It is applicable to whole of India, and now for transactions for trading purpose, instead of giving money or cash, you can give a negotiable instrument and the other party can accept that in favor of cash. Negotiable Instrument Act defines Negotiable Instrument Act's three type of transactions, three type of instruments. One is promissory note, second is bill of exchange, and third is a check. Every Negotiable Instrument has some basic features. They should be written. None of these can be oral. They are written instruments with signature. The person who is drawing them or who is making them, he will sign it. And it is made or drawn in lawful consideration. Instead of cash, I am giving this with free consent. You cannot force a person to give a promissory note or bill of exchange or check. Now let us understand what is a promissory note, what is a bill of exchange, and what is a check. Now let us understand what is a promissory note. Negotiable Instrument Act defines promissory note as an instrument in writing containing an unconditional undertaking signed by the maker to pay a certain sum of money to or to the order of certain person or to the bearer, meaning who has the promissory note. Let me give you an example. A is promising to pay B rupees 10,000. Such a promise, they are taking a document, a stamp paper, where A is writing this in the stamp paper. He is writing, A is promising to pay to B rupees 10,000 on a specified date, or whoever is having this promissory note, to whom he will make the payment. What are the features of promissory note? First, such a promissory note has to be in writing. For what purpose can I give a promissory note? Let's say I have taken a loan from B, now I have to repay the loan back to him. For that I am giving a promissory note, making a promise that I will make the payment. Such a promissory note has to be in writing. It should be unconditional, an instrument in writing containing an unconditional undertaking. I cannot say, I will make payment to you if it rains within the next 7 days. I will make payment to you if it rains within the next 30 days. No. There should not be any condition, unconditional undertaking. Now, third one, amount must be certain. You cannot say amount will be equal to 10,000, close to 10,000, approximately 10,000. No. Amount should be specific and exact amount. It should be signed by the maker. Maker is the party who is undertaking the promise to make the payment, and pay is the person to whom I am going to make the payment, and hence promissory note should be signed by the maker. There should be minimum 2 parties. I cannot promise to pay myself and undertake a promissory note. There should be minimum 2 parties. Therefore, if you see instrument in writing containing an unconditional undertaking signed by the maker to pay a certain sum of money to whom, to the payee, whoever has this instrument to him, or to the bearer, whoever is holding this instrument, like a blank check, to that person payment will be made, or to the order of certain person. B will tell, make the payment to C, then he will make the payment to C. To whomever B instructs, to that person payment will be made. Currency note, your 10 rupees, 50 rupees, 100 rupees, 500 rupees note is not equal to promissory note. Now let us proceed to understand what is bill of exchange and check. Now let us understand what is bill of exchange. Now all of you might have already seen in accounts, bills receivable and bills payable. That is the same concept. It is nothing but bills of exchange. There we are seeing practically and doing the accounting. Here we are seeing in law who is the maker of the bill, who is acceptor, and all of that. Now, let's say X has sold goods worth 10,000 to Y on 3 months credit basis. Now X is selling goods to Y. Y has to repay to X after 3 months on credit. Now what is the guarantee he will repay the money back to me? Therefore, what X will do? X, the person who is selling the goods, is also known as drawer of the bill or the maker of the bill. He will prepare a bill of exchange with a stamp and he will sign in this saying Y has to pay to him rupees 10,000. In the same bill of exchange, Y, the person who is purchasing the goods, the acceptor of the bill or the drawee of the bill will also sign. After 3 months, bill will have maturity date. After 3 months, Y will make the payment to X. However, we have studied in accounts that bills receivable will be endorsed to different parties. Therefore, whoever has the bill, the maker of the bill, here X, can give instructions to Y, or whoever is having the bill can go to Y on the due date and Y will make the payment to such a party. To whom payment is made, that party is known as payee. If Y is going to make the payment to X itself after 3 months, then X, the maker of the bill, will also be the payee of the bill. However, if Y is making payment to the bank, if the bill is discounted with the bank and bank is presenting the bill to Y, Y is making the payment to the bank, then the payee will become the bank. The party to whom the drawee or acceptor of the bill is making the payment will be called payee of the bill. Few features of the bill will be, it should be in writing and there should be order to pay. Order Y should pay to X, or X will give order to pay to any third party. Bill will generally have 3 parties, drawer, drawee and payee, but generally drawer and payee will be one and the same. So at least there should be 2 distinct people. Again, the payment should be unconditional. You cannot say if it rains you will pay, if it does not rain you will not pay. You cannot keep any conditions. Next one, drawer has to sign on the bill. And last one, amount in the bill of exchange should be definite. It should be a specific amount, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. It cannot be approximately 10,000. No, it should be a specific and definite amount. Now let us understand what is a check. Now let us quickly understand what is a check. Most of you already be knowing what is a check because you have seen it practically. But again, let me explain. Let's say drawer of a check. I am the drawer of the check A. I have bank account with State Bank of India. Let's say I have a balance of rupees 1 lakh with State Bank of India, and now I have to pay 5,000 rupees to B. Because I have purchased some goods from B, so I have to pay 5,000 rupees to B. Instead of giving him cash, I am giving him a check from my bank account. So what it's saying is, the drawer of the check, I am the drawer of the check. I will take my check, bank will give me a checkbook, I will take a check leaf, there will be some date. I will write name of the person to whom I am going to give it, B. Payment is going to be done to B. Therefore, payee is the person, can be any person to whom payment has to be done. Then there will be account number details. I will sign, write the amount and I will sign it. Amount will also be written in words. Now, in case of a check, the drawee will always be the bank. Who is the person who is drawee? Drawee is the person who is going to make the payment. So, in case of check, I am giving a check instructing my bank, State Bank of India, drawee, drawer, I am the drawer, instructing the bank to make payment to the payee. It can be any person. The payee need not be any person, it can be a blank check also. Then whoever has this check, they can write their name and bank will make the payment to such person. So check is basically, I am instructing my bank to make payment to a specific person. I am the maker of the check, drawee will be the bank and payee will be another party. Few features, check will be valid only for 3 months. If I give a date over here, let's say 10th October 2020, then the payee, the person to whom payment is being done, he has to present the check with his bank within period of 3 months. After 3 months, check will not be valid. It should be signed by the drawer. If there is no signature, obviously check is not going to be valid. And it should be an unconditional order to make payment. I am giving order to the bank to make payment. It cannot have any additional conditions. Check can be a crossed check or an uncrossed check. We will see in the next section what is the difference between crossed and uncrossed check. Basically, crossed check meaning payment has to be made only to the person whose name is over here. To his bank account, payment has to be made. Order check versus bearer check. Order check means I am mentioning the person's name. Bearer check is equal to a blank check. Whoever has this check, payment will be made to that party. They can write their name. This is basically about a check. In depth, we will see some more concepts in the next segment.